warm welcome to this special broadcast as we gear up for the biggest award show in news television history, the Indian of the Year 2024. Here we celebrate some of the most boast-worthy names in the fields of sports, entertainment, business and social change, and not to miss the hustlers that we have on board, the youth icons who are disrupting the set norms of the mainstream. Now, across 7 categories, at the Indian of the Year, we recognize the Indians whose performances have cut through the clutter and towered above the rest of the world as far as sports, entertainment and business and climate change warriors, social change makers and youth icons who have left a mark on Gen Z are concerned. Now, Indian of the Year 2024 honors these shining stars whose remarkable contributions across various fields have left a lasting impact on the nation. So the countdown to the mega event has begun. Now, today is the day we particularly look at a very popular category that is to do with performing arts or entertainment and films. Now, remember, some of the very big names in the industry are vying for this category, and it was a tough decision really to zero in on the names making it to the shortlist out of the many deserving names who have all left us enthralled with their performances. So let's take a look at the nominees this year. As far as entertainment is concerned, we begin with the lady here, Shraddha Kapoor. Well, she headlines 3-2 that broke the record, surpassed the collections of blockbusters like Pathaan and Jawan, and emerged as the biggest and highest grossing Hindi film of all times. Next up, we have Vijay Sethupathi. Well, his is a rags to riches story. He delivered a smashing hit with Maharaja, which became the highest opening weekend of Tamil cinema in 2024. And then he also won accolades for his act in the Hindi film Merry Christmas, where he was cast opposite Katrina Kaif. Now, next up, we have another person who's had a rags to riches story, and that is Pankaj Tripathi. Well, the talented actor had a rather eventful year with multiple releases. Main Atal Hoon, Murder Mubarak and Stree 2. Now, Stree 2, of course, became one of the biggest hits of Pankaj's career. And now we have Lapata Ladies, the film that had everybody talking. It had Kiran Rao headlining it. Now, it is her film. It created ripples across the world. Now, its actors Nitashi Goyal and Pratibha Rantha and also Sparsh Srivastav won raving reviews, and the film became India's official entry to the Oscars. Unfortunately, it did not make it to the shortlist, but that doesn't stop us from raving about this beautiful film. And the last but not the least, we have Fahad Fasil. Well, the actor and producer delivered the biggest hits of Malayalam cinema this year with Avesham and also Vetyan and Premalu. All these 3 films crossed 100 crore mark at global box office, a very first as far as contemporary Malayalam cinema is concerned. Now, joining me on this very special broadcast to discuss your and everyone's favorites when it comes to the entertainment and the youth icon category as far as the Indian of the Year is concerned, we have my guests who are joining us. We begin with Mayank Shekhar, who's here with us. Also with us is Mandira Virk. Also joining us is Ricky Kej and Soumitra. Now, I'll go to all my guests to discuss each of these 2 categories that we are specifically discussing today. Let me begin with Mayank, since I took your name first, Mayank. The fact that we have to discuss the entertainment category, the names are all flashing on the screen. Your pick from this pack.
Well, I don't think I'm going to stick my neck out for a particular pick. Clearly, some great nominations out there so far as entertainment is concerned. But they do reveal a few things here and there. For instance, Shraddha Kapoor being a nominee in a year where, of course, Stree 2 was a huge hit. But I don't think any one particular actor or any one particular person can be attributed for the success of Stree 2. I think it has far more to do with her presence on social media and the fact that she overtook practically every big influencer there is, including politicians, to be the most followed person on Instagram as a platform. That also tells you there is a pivot now. There isn't just one screen. There are multiple screens that we're all following. There isn't just films and television. There is also social media. That's been huge for a while now, but of course it's showing up in different ways. So yes, that was an interesting choice. I thought Shraddha, The other one, of course, is Fahad Fasil. Again, an incredible choice. He's not just entertainer of the year; he's been the entertainer of multiple years now, especially since the pandemic when we discovered Malayalam cinema in ways that we hadn't before. We basically exhausted everything there was to watch in Hindi and English, so we just pivoted to Malayalam cinema, and we came across the entire gamut of movies where Fahad was the hero, was the lead, all right. But he's not just an actor. I think he's also someone who has created an ecosystem of a certain kind of cinema. He backs talents, he backs directors, he backs scripts, and that's where he is. And I think 2024 was a particularly great year for him because of Aveshram. Because there is an
Yes.
association of art house cinema with Malayalam, but here is a proper pot boiler entertainment, and it's also the year when Malayalam went rather mainstream, touching 100 crore plus numbers with movies like Manjumal Boys, which I thought was my favorite film of 2024 was Manjumal Boys. And then there's, of course, Peramol and Goat Life, etc. These are all like blockbuster type movies which you did not associate with Malayalam movies before. So in that sense, again, a great choice in terms of nominees, these two for sure.
Okay, so your pick is already there, Shraddha and Fahad Fasil, you're saying, Mayank. Now, Mandira, there is a reason why I did not do ladies first, since you're the only lady on this particular panel, because we believe in an equal world. And even if alphabetically, I should have gone to you first. So let me give you the second word here. Now, your pick as far as the entertainment category, who's your favorite? Who do you think is taking the cake?
Well, for starters, I must say that your nominees are really very beautifully picked up. But for me, it has to be Lapata Ladies. I think it's a beautiful movie and very beautiful message. You know, a woman talking about a women empowerment, and great movie, great message. So for me, it is Lapata Ladies.
Lapata Ladies, all right. So, Ricky, I know that you've had very, very strong sentiments about Lapata Ladies not making it to the Oscar shortlist. All of us here in India are feeling that pinch. But about this particular film and the fact that it's vying for this particular category, what will you say?
For me, actually, for this particular category, the entertainment category, I think all five nominees are absolutely spectacular. But for me, the complete standout is definitely Shraddha Kapoor, simply because, Sri 2, I think she carried it completely on her shoulders and she made it, one of the biggest hits of this year. And it beat out some of the well-known blockbusters of the year. And also, as was mentioned earlier, she has now become one of the biggest social media influencers in the country. And she's also considered to be sort of like an outsider in the industry.
You
So,
really say
and in
that? I
spite
don't
of all
believe
that,
you.
no, I do. She's considered to be sort of mildly an outsider in the industry, and in spite of that, she's managed to get so much of success. So, I believe that she's sort of like a standout.
Soumitra, now the ball is in your court, and I am pretty surprised that none of the panelists so far has mentioned Vijay Sethupathi.
My choice was between Lapata Ladies Can Raw and again Vijay Sethupathi. But I would prefer Vijay Sethupathi because of the masses he cover in all the regional and Hindi cinema. And the films which he picked is like the latest film he did, Maharaja, is one of the uh, I prefer to be a cult film
Yeah.
rather than the others film which is releasing on OTT films.
All right. And Mandira, I saw your hand go up. I think
I
that's
want
your
to say,
second
yeah,
choice, right?
he's one of the most unconventional actor, and I think he's a brilliant actor. I've seen some of his movies, and I think his talent, he's a very intense actor, and I just loved his movies. And especially Merry Christmas was a very beautiful movie.
But Ricky, do we see Pankaj Tripathi losing out right now as far as the list of nominees is concerned? Because not many takers for him. Although, what an actor, what a performer, an acting virtuoso. So, your words about him?
I think Pankaj Tripathi is a brilliant actor, and he could easily win this category too. And I've loved him in every single film that he's ever been a part of. And I've also been to some of his poetry reading sessions, and he's amazing. So I don't know. It's a tough choice. It's very difficult. But there were some very good points made about Vijay Sethupathi about why he should be winning, which
Yeah.
I absolutely agree with.
So after this discussion has been done and all of you have listened to each other's views, now finally what's your pick? Mandira, what is you're sticking with Lapata Ladies, the film, or you're going with Vijay Sethupathi or Shraddha? What is it for you?
I wish I could pick two, but for me, it's still a tie between Vijay and Lapata Ladies.
Lapata Ladies. Okay. All right. Mayank, what about you?
But it's really, really tough to put your neck on the line on this particular award. But I have to say, and again, it's in hindsight,
Yeah.
since it's for a particular year.
Yeah.
It's no knock on everyone's talent, of course. This year, I would like to pick Vijay Sethupathi because what a year he's had
Okay.
in terms of the diversity of performances, the range of films, and how he's actually expanded his own market. We've enjoyed him in a proper, thorough Hindi movie, which is also a Tamil film. That's Merry Christmas, and ended the year with Viduthalai. And of course, there was Maharaja, which was incredible in its own right.
Okay. Ricky, your pick?
For me, it would be number one would be Shraddha Kapoor, number two Vijay Sethupathi. The
Okay,
reason
you
why I'm
also
sticking
change.
with Shraddha, the reason why I'm sticking with Shraddha is that because I think it's high time that that the industry itself realizes that women-led projects can become huge,
Oh, absolutely.
huge blockbusters.
And the highest grosser this year as far as Hindi cinema is concerned.
And this should become the norm. And this should become
Absolutely.
the norm here.
Soumitra, you have the final word.
Vijay Sethupathi.
Okay, so Vijay Sethupathi is clearly winning in this particular, as far as this panel is concerned. Let's see. We also have Shraddha and Lapata Ladies vying for the close second spot, but let's see if at all they win the award and not Vijay. We will actually get to know all about that on January 17th. So this was the entertainment category as far as Indian of the Year 2024 is concerned. We're going into a very, very short break, and after the break, we talk about the youth icon of 2024. Who would that be? We'll take a look after this very short break.